If you're like me, you like to travel, regardless of a UTV rider, overlander, or whatever it may be. It's nice to have something as a GPS device so you can actually use and sync it to your devices so you never get lost, regardless if it's for mapping, finding out where you are, or wherever you may go. Regardless, this is a piece of equipment that you need in your toolbox so you can enjoy your adventures without ever getting lost. For those that don't know, I travel with my Razor a lot. I've been up to Tennessee, Georgia, and many places in Florida. And today, sit back as we review the Garmin GLO GPS device. Now, let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Turtle1. Today we're going to be doing a product review of a product I've been using for the past 3.5 years, and is called the Garmin GLO. If you're looking for a device that actually has been doing a good job on GPS as location and everything, this is definitely the product I would highly recommend. And if you're watching this for the first time, I do a lot of product reviews based off of things of my experience. I'm a UTV rider and car camper, truck camper, or overlander per se, and I do a lot of traveling, and it's been very struggling right now to find devices that are very cheap and affordable, that way you don't get lost. Now, before we get into the review of this, let's have to go over what I always do in my videos, disclaimers. Alright, full disclosure of this. I bought this with my own money, and again, I've been using this for 3.5 years, so I have a lot of experience using this product, and I bought this product through Amazon. Garmin has been making these for a while right now, and this is the older generation, though, that we're about to review. They apparently have a new generation 2 that's a little bit better than this one, so we will be discussing some pros and cons, and why I bought this product, and particularly of the matter. And no one is paying for me to talk about this. I'm not advertising this to make any money off of it. I am talking about this out of my personal experience and time of using this. And I've been using this for big camping trips and traveling trips with my UTV/Razor system. Now, without further ado, let's get to the review. So first off, what is this? This is actually a GPS system that allows you to be more accurate when you're doing basically travel, regardless if you're a biker, a hiker, camper, overlander, or someone like me who goes UTV riding and you need something that's more accurate, that is pretty much allowing to tell where you are 24/7. This device was made by Garmin. Everyone knows who Garmin is. They are the main people in the industry that make a lot of GPS devices, regardless if it's a handheld device or a device like this. They've been leading the way for GPS technology for a very long time, and this is a very affordable item that we're about to talk about in this review and what I really like about it. Now, for those that don't know who Garmin is, again, we'll do a little bit of backstory. Garmin is a company that they were the first ones that came out with GPS navigation systems, where before cell phones became where you can use them for GPS trackers. They were the ones that made those portable handheld GPS things that you put in your vehicles, or if you're flying or something like that, or devices like this that allow you to find where you're going. And these days, they still have not stopped delivering on that. They make special watches for hikers and stuff like that, and emergency communication devices, and those little GPS devices that allow you to navigate through the mountains and stuff. They've been leading the way with this type of technology for years, and they have been known for many years to make other accessories and devices, which one of them I actually have is a bullet ballistic analyst, gathers bullet information. And this is where Garmin really stepped in on stuff that was affordable, where this little device right here is $100, and it is more accurate on its GPS location abilities than my iPhone cell phone, okay? And that's what we're really going to talk about in this review, why this is a really big factor if you're an overlander, UTV traveler, or a hiker, and what you can actually do with this device. Now, before I get too deep into this review, while we look at this product is pretty much the size of my hand. And it may be small, but it's very powerful. This small GPS device can hook up to at least about 5 to 20 satellites that are flying over the United States almost every single day. Garmin has done a great job providing the customer, or whoever you or she may be, with constant able tracking ability and able to know where you are all the time. People in UK, across North America, South America, Europe have been using these devices for a very long time. And what's great about this little device that is literally so small, as you can see, compared to my iPhone 13 here, which I'm using to see through the camera, is literally that small. And this was specifically designed for people, for hikers. Say if you're hiking in the woods and stuff like that, and you want better location than your cell phone. Because like I mentioned, this is more accurate than a cell phone. And this can definitely do that way better. Now, somebody is going to probably ask, why would I take this though than my cell phone? Because here's one thing a lot of people don't know about with cell phones. They do have GPS trackers, but they only work within cellular tower distance. I have been through the mountains of Tennessee and places of like Hogweiler and stuff where there's no cell reception. And unfortunately, I have tried to use this for my GPS system or for my ride command system for my UTV. And this always keeps failing. This does not. And literally, this does not need any subscription or anything in that matter. This is like free. Like for $100, you have constant GPS communication. There's no subscription for this matter. It is all completely free. On Garmin's website, there's no subscription for this whatsoever. This is $100 and you literally have constant location detection, and you can even pair this with your cell phone. And speaking of which, what this device comes with is the device with a battery in it and a 12-volt charger. Now, I have been using this for 3.5 years, guys. I do not have an unboxing video. I apologize for that because I have been using this more, and becoming a new YouTube content creator, I didn't think I would have to do something like this. But while we're on the topic with Bluetooth communications, that is what originally this was designed for as well. Say if you have multiple devices such as a cell phone or an iPad like I do, this device was made to hook up to any of these devices and use its GPS capability, so that way you're able to tell where you are 24/7. Now somebody's going to ask, Paul, what would you use this thing? Well, because it has Bluetooth connection, I can link this up to my iPad here. And as you can see right now, I am using Polaris's ride command. So when I go UTV riding and I'm going anywhere up in the mountains and stuff like that, I can sync this up either to my cell phone or to my iPad. And no matter if I'm not in Wi-Fi or cellular reception, this is powered by satellite. And as you can see on some of the blue dots I have here on the map, I've been to northern Florida, Georgia, North Georgia, known as Iron Mountain UTV Park, and up at Bridgestones up in Tennessee, Bridgestones UTV Park. That's over 1,500 acres. And the reason I specifically got this for another application was to save me a lot of costs, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But what's great about this device is this one device with single charge can last you up to 8 to 10 hours. And yes, 8 to 10 hours just by actually charging this with your 12 volts. And the best part about it, it only takes 30 minutes to charge. Literally takes 30 minutes to charge. And it's really simple to use. I'll show you right now. All right, so while I have right now this on camera, basically to use this is pretty simple, all right? Now I did charge this before we recorded. Now all you have to do to turn on is there's this little button right here. Go ahead and push that button. You'll see the yellow light and blue light come on here. Right now, the yellow light means the battery is low and I still have to charge it. But as you see, the blue light is flashing right now. When it goes to a solid flash, it is right now hooked up to my iPad here. Now, the truth is when this turns blue, it's now connected to your device and now it's transmitting to the satellites. Now, one thing though that you have to do is if you ever buy this device, do not stick it like right now we're in the household here. You have to put this near a window set. I'll probably put some pictures on the screen here of us, like it is literally sitting on the front dashboard of my Razor. And as long as it has clear sky, it will constantly keep tracking your location, no problem. And the best part about it, again, it'll last to 10 into almost 10 hours. And to turn it off is pretty straightforward. Just push and hold the button. And then that's it. It automatically shuts off. You can't get it more easier than that. And also, syncing it up to your iPad, your iPhone is pretty straightforward. You go, if you have an Apple product, go into your Bluetooth settings, you activate this, you search for it, you select it, and then boom, within just a few minutes, you're pretty much ready to go. All right, so we covered pretty much all good stuff with it. But now someone's going to ask the question, why did I buy this product for $100? And why would I want to use it with, let's say, my ride command on my iPad or my phone? Well, I actually use this a lot for my razor. I'll put a picture on the screen here of my razor when I go riding, regardless if it's Hogwilder, Tennessee, or a couple other places. And the reason I wanted this specifically for my razor, or even for emergency purposes, such as if you're a Minuteman or someone who actually does a lot of hiking and you don't want to get lost, I suffered a big issue a couple years ago when I bought my razor. Now, before I actually bought this, originally I was going to get the Ride Command system for my razor, but it was going to be a $2,000 install, and I would have to rip the machine entirely apart to install it, or spend $2,500 to have the service guys at my local shop put it. And I'm going to be honest, I forgot to mention this too as another disclaimer. I got this idea from another group of YouTubers who actually found this to be highly effective. And I have to shout out to those guys. I'm not trying to take credit for this matter too. If you're still watching this came from another group of YouTubers. And sure enough, this has definitely been well worth it. A lot of the trips, again, that I've been on, this has been more accurate than my cell phone, and this has saved me over $2,000 to $2,500. Now, nothing against the company of Polaris that I own my razor from, because Garmin actually makes a lot of their stuff with the Ride Command system on the bigger UTVs, from the Polaris Razor Trails and all the way up to the Razor Pros, their most expensive machines. And it's been well worth it. But here's the problem I really did have when it came to the Ride Command systems on the side-by-sides. Unfortunately, with technology, things fail. And I want something that was easily replaceable, like this, where over time, this will probably go bad. And the best part about this for $100, it's replaceable. Unlike installing that $2,000 system in my side-by-side and bringing it to the shop, which I've actually had to bring my shop in a few times for sensor issues. And I've seen other reviews online of how people have been having issues with their side-by-sides for a long time. And that's why what I liked about this little guy is that when I'm not using the razor, I can actually put it in the truck. And I've actually had to use this to go up to Virginia due to some bad storms that were interfering with my cell phone and cellular data. And I had to basically turn this on and hook it to my iPhone, just finished getting to my buddy's place in Virginia, which is a family property. And again, this thing has done great. Now, let's talk a few cons, though, I do have with this product, because, again, this is the old Generation 1. The Generation 2 probably have fixed these problems. But one of my biggest cons I would say right now is this. If you're going to buy this product, be aware when it comes to storage. Let's say you charge it up fully and put it in storage. The batteries won't last long in storage, which a lot of times when I go riding, I actually charge this thing before I actually go on a ride. And again, it takes 30 minutes to charge this thing. But unfortunately, the battery life on these, because they're using the older generation batteries, they'll last up to maybe 2.5 months of full charge, but then the batteries will just deplete. And that is a con in my personal opinion, which I think they're actually updating that with the new batteries. Number two, the second con I would say right now is this. If you are using such as an iPad or something with the Ride Command or something, and if you see your needle on like your mobile device or whatever it may be that you're using in the app and it's not moving, it's not your GPS system, it is actually your phone or your iPad. And this is something I've already experienced a few times when I even used it in my cell phone. And it's due to sometimes of Apple where, believe it or not, this is a Bluetooth device. It will work for Androids, Apple products, whatever it is a Bluetooth device, this will sync up to, okay? But if you are using anything of Apple products, it does give some issues though. So be aware of that. If you have an Apple iPhone like I do or an Apple iPad, this is working fine. Your Apple devices, everything, you might have to do reboots on them. You might have to turn this off and shut this down, or the apps, and then restart that app or whatever, maybe like Google Maps or something, and then turn this back on. All right, so the only last con that I have on this, because this is something I had to personally do, I had to actually put like a Velcro thing on it so I can put it on my razor. There is no protective case for this. So be wary that these are devices that are very sensible. So if they get wet, which I've had some close counters of getting this thing wet when I'm having to walk a couple of trails, or if you drop this thing, it will break apart. Now, if Garmin is watching this, this is not a complaint. It's still a great product, but these are just a couple cons for the end users if you're planning to get this product. But other than that, it's been working great. Okay guys, that's going to close out the video today. If you like this review of this product, I'm going to put a link in the description below, and I got this from personally for Amazon. And if you guys have any questions about this and my experiences of using this product, go ahead and put a comment down below. Oh, and if you guys like to see more videos like this, of product reviews like this that are cheap and affordable for you, please like and subscribe and all the good stuff. And again, I want to thank Garmin for making these types of products that work good for when I travel across the country and stuff. They're small, compact, very stupid simple to use. And that's what we need for some people that they're not technophobe people. And I hope you guys enjoyed. And always stay safe out there. And I'll see you in the next video.